The search continues for 3 crew members on board a boat that left from Brunswick, Georgia more than a week ago and didn't return as scheduled. The Coast Guard says Dalton Conway, Caleb Wilkinson, and Tyler Barlow are the 3 crew members on board. And First Coast News has learned a Good Samaritan reported a sighting of the boat. And you can actually see it here next to me. So the crew actually, they reported this around 4 Thursday morning, but that was about 4 days ago, I should mention. Taylor Levesque is on your side this evening following the Coast Guard's search for the crew. Taylor, do we have any new information at this hour?
Well, I spoke to the Coast Guard about an hour ago. They are calling the search for this boat and crew members complicated and says the search is moving more north of Brunswick towards the Carolinas. But they say there hasn't been any conversation about moving this from a search operation to a rescue mission, which is a good sign, but it has family members of these missing crew members worried and wondering still where they might be. And one of the family members of one of those crew members says that this was his brother's first deep sea fishing trip.
What we're all hoping is that they're just drifting off and trying to figure out what to do, or we have no idea what's going on. Honestly, we're just hoping that they come home.
The search for this boat, the Carolan, and its 3 crew members, Dalton Conway, Caleb Wilkinson, and Tyler Barlow, continues into its 4th day. Caleb Wilkinson's brother, Cameron Wilkinson, says it was his brother's first time deep sea fishing.
Just from me and him growing up, we never really had any experience on boats and going out and fishing and stuff like that. We always fished ponds and stuff, but never anything on a boat.
Wilkinson says recently Caleb decided he wanted a more exciting career and took a job with the boat's captain, Dalton Conway.
Caleb's always been very cautious about everything he's done, and if he wasn't comfortable with Dalton going out there, then he wouldn't have done it in the first place.
The 3 men left last Saturday from the docks near Mary Ross Waterfront Park in Brunswick and plan to go about 80 miles offshore to a popular fishing spot called the Triple Ledge. A boat captain familiar with the Carolan told First Coast News on Sunday the boat was equipped with life vests, a satellite, and distress beacons needed to stay in communication and in the case of an emergency. Wilkinson says sometimes Conway pushes a fishing trip out an extra day, but says it is unusual. Nobody has heard from any of the men, and none of the equipment has emitted a distress signal.
Dalton's the type from what I know, he's always been safe about it and communicated every single day with people. Every single day that he was out there, he would communicate with somebody, letting them know what he was doing.
The Coast Guard says 16 planes and U.S. Coast Guard stations from as far as Miami and North Carolina are helping with the search. If you have seen this boat or crew members in the last few days, you are urged to contact the U.S. Coast Guard. Live in Jacksonville, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News, on your side.